Welcome to this brief introduction to your company's retirement plan. Your company carefully selected TrustPoint to oversee your retirement savings plan. Together, we are dedicated to helping you understand how your retirement benefits work. The more you understand, the more prepared you will be for a secure retirement. During the next 10 minutes, we will review your retirement savings plan and the 4 simple steps to retirement savings. Before we do, let's take a look at your retirement future. Do you ever think about where your money will come from when you stop getting a paycheck? Or how much money you will need for a comfortable retirement? Most of us are painfully aware that Social Security will not be enough to live on in retirement. In fact, for most Americans, Social Security will only replace 30 to 40% of their income, which means you have to provide the rest. To live comfortably, most people need 70 to 85% of their current income every year in retirement. To reach 85%, a recent industry study determined that you would need to have 10 times your ending salary saved by the time you retire. To reach that goal, they suggest that you have 1 times your annual salary saved by age 30, 3 times by age 40, and 6 times by age 50. Most of us don't start saving right away, though, because retirement seems so far away, and there are plenty of other things we would rather spend our money on. But the earlier we start, the better prepared we will be. It's important to take responsibility for our retirement, even if we start small. For example, let's say you start working at a job when you are 22 years old and have the wisdom to start saving for retirement right away. You save $100 per month, no more, no less, and you don't stop contributing until age 65. Assuming an 8% rate of return, you would end up with about $412,000 at retirement. But what if you wait just 5 years and start saving at 27 instead of 22, committing to the same formula, $100 a month, until age 65? You would end up with about $275,000, which is still a lot of money, right? But what was the cost of waiting? $100 a month times 12 months times 5 years is $6,000 that was not invested from 22 to 27 and had a negative $137,000 impact on your retirement. That shows the time value of money and the magic of compounding. Your 401k plan makes saving for retirement a breeze. You pay yourself first. The money comes right out of your paycheck and into your retirement account. Plus, 401k accounts are portable, so you can take your retirement savings with you if you leave your current employer. Enrolling in your 401k plan involves only 4 simple steps. First, how much should you save? Second, which contribution option is right for you? Third, which funds will you invest in? And fourth, who will be your beneficiary? In the next few minutes, we will help you answer these 4 questions. First, how much? The rule of thumb is that people should aim to save 10 to 15% of their paycheck. That may sound like a lot of money, and many of us can't do that right away. The key is to start small and get in the habit of increasing your deferral by 1 or 2% each year. A great time to do this is when you get a pay increase because you're not used to having the extra money in your check. If your company offers an incentive to save for retirement in the form of matching dollars, aim to get as much free money as the company is willing to give you. If there was a great big pile of money sitting in front of you and you were told you could have it, would you say no? That is what you are doing when you're not taking full advantage of employer matching dollars. Second, which contribution option is right for you? All plans give you the option to defer your contributions pre-tax, meaning before taxes, which is the traditional 401k. Some, but not all plans, let you choose to contribute after-tax dollars, which is the Roth 401k. Saving into the traditional 401k has the least impact on your paycheck because you won't pay taxes now on any money that you contribute into your 401k account. All of your contributions and earnings grow tax-deferred, which means you postpone paying taxes until you take the money out in retirement. With the Roth 401k, you're not going to get a tax break now on what you contribute, so it will cost a bit more out of your paycheck. The benefit is that all of your contributions and earnings will be income tax-free to you in retirement if your money has been in a Roth 401k for at least 5 years and you are at least 59 and a half at the time of withdrawal. As you can see from this bi-weekly paycheck example, your pre-tax contribution comes out before taxes. So your $60 contribution will only cost $53 because of the tax savings. With the Roth, you pay taxes on the $60 you contribute to your 401k. You may want to ask yourself, do you think your taxes will be higher when you retire or lower? If you think your taxes will be higher when you retire, you might want to pay them now. If you think you will be in a lower tax bracket when you retire, then you might want to wait and pay the taxes as you take the money out during retirement. Those who benefit the most from the Roth 401k are younger workers because the true benefit of the Roth 401k are the years and years of tax-free earnings growth. Contributions to Roth 401k also allow you to save tax-free money for beneficiaries. Regardless of whether you choose the Roth 401k or the traditional 401k, employer contributions and earnings will always be pre-tax and will be taxable as income when you start drawing the money out at retirement. Third, which funds will you invest in? For most people, having to decide how to invest their money is the scariest decision. But we are going to make it very simple. You have 2 basic options. You can choose from target date funds or create your own portfolio. Target date funds are designed for the set it and forget it investor. You simply choose a target date fund that most closely matches the year in which you plan to retire and/or start using the money. All target date funds have a mix of stocks and bond mutual funds that automatically decrease stock exposures as you near retirement, so you don't have to worry about changing your investments unless your circumstances change. If you prefer to build your own portfolio instead, you can choose from a list of individual mutual funds that have been carefully selected for you. Let's talk briefly about basic investment concepts. All investments have risk, and there is a direct correlation between risk and reward. There are 2 basic types of investments: stocks and bonds. With stocks, you are an owner. So, if you have 100 shares of McDonald's stock, you are a very small owner of McDonald's. With bonds, you are a loaner. You are lending your money to a corporation, government, or municipality. They promise to pay you interest or income for a specified period of time, and then give you all of your money back, much like a CD at the bank. With stocks, you make money when the company prospers and the stock price increases, as well as when dividends or profits are paid to shareholders. With bonds, you earn interest or income over the duration of the loan. When you select your investments, it is important that you remember that stocks are considered riskier than bonds. We don't want you to think that bonds don't have risk. They have different types of risks than stocks. The basic concept is that stocks are considered riskier than bonds. So the more stock exposure you have, the more risk you are taking. In theory, the further you are from retirement, the more risk you might want to take, but only if you are comfortable with it. Then start getting more conservative as you near retirement. TrustPoint takes a risk-based approach to investing because everyone has their own personal risk tolerance, which is your ability to weather the ups and downs of the market. When you choose your investments, consider how much risk you are willing to take. We've talked about how much, which contribution option is right for you, and how do you want TrustPoint to invest your money. The fourth decision is to ask, who will be your beneficiary? The primary beneficiary is the person or persons who are first in line to receive your money if something happens to you. The contingent beneficiaries inherit the money if your primary beneficiary dies before you, or if the primary beneficiary disclaims the inheritance. An important note is this: if you are married and not naming your spouse as your sole primary beneficiary, the spouse must sign the beneficiary designation form in front of a notary public, acknowledging that he or she is aware of this. If you are not married, you can name whomever you want. Above all, keep your beneficiaries up to date because these designations will override a will or a trust. TrustPoint is dedicated to helping you save and invest wisely for retirement. You can enroll with 4 simple steps. How much? Which contribution option is right for you? Which funds will you invest in? And who will be your beneficiaries? Remember, you can never have too much money when you retire. So to achieve your retirement goals, please take advantage of this great benefit your company offers. Questions? Contact your plan sponsor or contact TrustPoint, and we'd be happy to answer any questions or concerns you might have.